Welcome to a special behind-the-scenes look as the artists of Big Idea prepare the next exciting VeggieTales show, Larry Boy and the Bad Apple.
We had this idea about fighting temptation, and it just called for a superhero.
I am that hero! We've received unconfirmed reports that we may indeed be seeing the return of Larry Boy. Little help?
Larry Boy, he'll typically battle a vice. He battled, the fib from outer space, and then he battled the rumor. Here he's doing battle against temptation.
Temptation? What's that?
It's when you want to do something that you probably shouldn't do.
Thank you, innocent bystander.
The villain this time around is the Bad Apple. She's up to no good.
Delicious.
And she does wreak some havoc in Bumbleberry.
You are rotten to the core.
Larry Boy has to go on a quest to fight that villain, and finds out that he can't do it by himself.
I need your help.
The nugget of truth in this story is when you're tempted, how to get away from or out of that temptation.
And obviously you can't do that with your own power. You have to use it with God's help and the friends and family He gave you.
It's something we can all relate to. Temptation is something that we deal with daily, adults, kids.
I'm stronger than temptation. I'm a superhero. Wow!
Lots of our favorite veggie characters come back to make appearances. Madam Blueberry, of always, is Mayor Blueberry.
Petunia is in this one. She plays the on-the-spot news reporter in the community.
Okay, let's do some reporting.
Each of the three main characters in the show have a certain weakness that our villain is trying to exploit.
We see a little more of Bumblebird in this new episode. We wanted to make sure we gave our audiences what they're used to, plus a little bit more.
I've got a big surprise for Bumblebird.
A lot of action, a lot of fun stuff going on, and jokes all along the way. And Larry is just a great trooper. He does his own stunts,
All part of being a superhero. Wherever there is trouble, I'll be there. Whenever a helpless vegetable calls out,
Call the police.
I will answer. Evildoers, beware! You are no match for the awesome power of Larry Boy and his super suction ears! I am that hero! It's apple picking time.
They're coming, ready for battle. The strong, the mighty, the undefeated, excessively hairy Midianites. Who will be chosen to defend God's people from these invaders? A reluctant, tuba-playing warrior named Gideon. From the creators of King George and the Ducky, Dave and the Giant Pickle, and Josh and the Big Wall comes an all-new VeggieTales adventure based on a legendary story. Can a few good veggies stand against an army of thousands? Can a nation be defended by horns and flashlights? Find out in this story of courage, belief, and trust. Gideon, a lesson in trusting God. Coming fall 2006 from the studios of Big Idea. Sunday morning values, Saturday morning fun. Over the mountains of much snowier, into the raspberry forest, through the blue gate, into the desolate land of woe. It's VeggieTales, Lord of the Beans.
The journey will be difficult.
I've been given a gift, and I want to know what it's for.
That's one brave flabby.
With the gift of a single bean, Toto Baggy Pants begins an epic quest as a band of strangers unites.
I give you the Fellowship of the Bean. Fearless Ranger, Iracord, Sharpshooting Elf, Legolam, and lovable dwarf, Grumpy.
Could we have parked any farther away?
Against impossible odds, they must fight Scary Man's minions.
Minions?
Sports.
Sports?
In a quest for truth and purpose.
Every gift is given for a reason. We can't choose which ones we get, only what we do with them.
Lord of the Beans, from the studios of Big Idea, including a hilarious new silly song.
When I go walking all by myself. I'm busy thinking about my health.
And a special musical appearance by Winona. Add Board of the Beans to your VeggieTales collection today on DVD or VHS. VeggieTales, Sunday morning values, Saturday morning fun.
So what would you like to do with your gift?
Julia, hold on.
Introducing a hero unlike any other.
Somebody's got to stand up for the little guys.
He's Minnesota Cute.
I'm on.
In VeggieTales, Minnesota Cute and the search for Samson's hairbrush.
Worms. Why'd it have to be worms?
His adventures are perilous. His reputation is legendary.
Our last hope, Mr. Cute.
And his archenemy is notorious.
Once again, Mr. Cucumber. Finders keepers.
Now, Minnesota Cute is on his greatest mission.
Gentlemen, I need to know about a hairbrush. Samson's hairbrush.
But as he tracks down an ancient relic, he discovers a timeless truth.
The Bible says we should love our enemies.
Love our enemies.
It's a lesson Junior Asparagus also takes to heart as he faces his own bully.
I stand for what's right. I know not to fight, but to courage and bravery.
Pick up your passport to a great adventure. Minnesota Cute and the search for Samson's hairbrush, including the next classic silly song, Pizza Angel.
Pizza angel, please come to me. Tomato sauce and cheese so gooey.
Now on DVD and VHS from the studios of Big Idea. For more than a decade, critics and parents have praised VeggieTales for delivering Sunday morning values and Saturday morning fun.
Let the silliness begin.
This uncommon mix of lessons and laughter is what sets VeggieTales apart.
Check it out, check it out.
It's entertainment parents trust
Have I ever steered you wrong?
and stories kids love.
You're a talking weed.
I'm a talking weed, you're a talking carrot. Your point was.
At the center of these hilarious stories are important lessons that make a difference in your child's life.
Somebody's got to stand up for the little guy.
Every VeggieTales show is built around a nugget of truth that your family is sure to take to heart.
One more.
Lessons like loving your neighbor, forgiveness, self-esteem, obedience, and handling peer pressure all blend VeggieTales' unique brand of humor with the timeless truths of the Bible.
Doesn't it just warm your heart?
Every episode in the VeggieTales library is fortified with fantastic values. Here are just a few examples.
It's showtime!
Every child needs to know that they're loved and unique, and that's just what they'll get with a Snoodles Tale.
You're special just the way God made you.
And as Minnesota Cute searches the world for ancient treasure, he must confront a bully and an important truth.
God gives us the power to love everybody, even our enemies.
In Duke and the Great Pie War, the lesson turns to the importance of families.
Looking out for others is true love.
With Larry Boy and the Fit from Outer Space, an action hero with super suction ears delivers a lesson on the importance of telling the truth.
If anyone can stop that fin, Larry Boy can.
And saddle up for a rootin' tootin' good time as Little Joe learns how important it is to trust God during the tough times in the Ballad of Little Joe.
Hey, Desperado, you better come to your senses.
Sharing is the message delivered by a wayward band of Vikings as they sail the high seas in Lyle the Kindly Viking.
When we share, we get our share of friends.
From high in her treehouse, Madame Blueberry learns that being greedy makes you grumpy as she battles the temptation of Stuff Mart.
I want what that little boy with the ball has. A happy heart.
A brave girl discovers the courage to do the right thing in Esther, the girl who became queen.
You never need to be afraid to do what's right.
And a band of friends search for answers on a perilous quest in Lord of the Beans.
Every gift is given for a reason. We can't choose which ones we get, only what we do with them.
Great messages filled with lovable characters,
You can bet your lucky wig.
infectious music,
We are the pirates who don't do anything.
and VeggieTales' unique brand of humor that has something for everyone.
Worms. Why'd it have to be worms?
There are more than 24 great titles and great lessons in the award-winning VeggieTales library. Add to your collection today on DVD and VHS for Sunday morning values and Saturday morning fun.
That was amazing.
Have we got a show for you?
VeggieTales Rockin' Tour Live is a huge hit with audiences across the country. Last summer from LA to Atlanta, from Detroit to Dallas, the Veggies left audiences laughing, singing, and wanting more. Critics were also singing the praises of this interactive extravaganza. This year's VeggieTales Rockin' Tour Live is a brand new show, delivering 80 minutes of veggie favorites. Your family will have a blast watching Bob, Larry, and their favorite veggies rock the house in this fast-paced, entertaining show, featuring the Veggies' very best songs. With performances from their chart-topping albums and multi-platinum videos, Veggie fans of all ages are sure to have a great time watching VeggieTales' greatest hits up close and rockin' live. Enjoy all your favorites like the Cheeseburger song, the Larry Boy theme song, and even the smash hit Belly Button, performed by Boys in the Sink. This is a great chance for your family to rock out with an exciting live show you know you can trust, because it's VeggieTales. Visit the events section of www.bigidea.com to see when and where the Veggies will rock and roll into your neighborhood. Don't miss VeggieTales Rockin' Tour Live.